Oh my god, it's been a while. Am I in the middle? Yeah, I'm not in the middle of the chair. Move the chair over, Sarah. There we go. There we go. I'm not in the middle, am I? Oh, never mind. Wow. That was 2 years. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Oh, wow, this feels weird. Have I even pressed record? Yes, I have. Yeah, it's been a while. And when I say it's been a while, it's been over 2 years since I have properly recorded on my channel. I did do a very little quick irregular choice haul maybe like 1.5 years ago, maybe even 2 years ago. It's been a while. So hey, I hope you're all well. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for just thank you for waiting around. No, not waiting around, you haven't waited around, but if you are a returning subscriber or follower, whatever you want to call it, thank you for coming back and checking out my little catch-up video. I appreciate it because I know it's been a while and time moves on. Everybody moves on, like life goes on. So I suppose I should explain where I've been. I even have tissue ready because I feel like I'm gonna get a bit emotional. Hopefully we don't get too emotional. You know what type of video it's gonna be. Grab yourselves a cup of tea. I have one, my Cheshire cat. Oh, it's so good to have my cups back. It's been a while since I've seen my cups. Yeah, grab yourself a cup of tea or whatever it is that you want to have and let's catch up. This is going to be a long one. I just need to do it in the only way that I see possible, and that is a bit of a timeline of what's happened up to this point from the last time that you guys properly seen me. I've already edited the footage, so I have footage from the last 2 years. Not consistently, but I have footage, and editing it was painful. I'm gonna try and make this video as positive as possible. Just bear with me, let's just get through this. To put it bluntly, the last 2.5 years have been the worst time of my life. The reality is that you guys only see a very small portion of what I want you to see. And there's been a lot going on for a long time in my life. Like, there's a lot of things that I don't talk about, on my channel with my personal circumstances in my life. Like mentally last year, I think I was broken. I finally broke last year. It was not good. I'm not gonna get emotional, I'm not gonna cry yet. So let's take it back. I'm just gonna quickly give you a little kind of overview and then I'm gonna show you the footage and then we're gonna come back and we'll talk about what's happening now, where I'm at, and what's gonna go on, like going forward, what's happening. I'm gonna take my liners out so that I can enjoy my tea while I do this because I feel like I need tea, so excuse me for a moment. Oh, I always get lipstick all over my liners. Lovely, Sarah. Aha! Right, where's my tea? The last time I properly was online, I was a full-time influencer. It was December 19 and I was preparing to do my Disney Fam 2.0 trip. So I was a full-time influencer. I did uni, I started my blog and all that while I was at uni, and then after uni I went straight into doing this full-time. Honestly, I think I can like pin it all back to the point that I read The Secret. If you don't know what The Secret is, it's a book about manifesting and the universe and all that. And honestly, I think that started me on the journey that I'm on today. It's dangerous, it's real, it works, it's crazy. Unfortunately though, it's not always, you know, the journey to where you want to be is not always a happy, safe, great journey. Like sometimes bad things have to happen to get you where you need to be. And I feel like my journey has just been, ever since I read that book, crazy. But I feel like I'm at the end of it and it's only up from here. I don't know, right, so I read that anyway. I think I read that in January 19, I can't even remember. And things were going really well online. And then I'd kind of been thinking about it for a while, like what am I going to do if influencing doesn't work out. Can I do this forever? Do I need to get a job on the side? Like, it was in the back of my mind. And then in December 19, when I get stressed, like I have a couple of health issues, and when I get stressed and overwhelmed, my hormones just go crazy. Like, I have polycystic ovaries and my hormones are mental. Like, I get a lot of migraines, and I think what happened is that I had so much work going on with being an influencer, which is great, but my mind kind of just went into overdrive. So I put on trips with you guys. I put on trips to Disneyland Paris, and I take a bunch of you guys to Disneyland Paris, and I call you, the people that come on my trips, my Disney fam. The second trip was coming up in December 19. I did 3 days of Vlogmas, and yeah, my body went into overdrive and things happened. I'm not going to go into what the operation was, because it's still not, it's better than it has been for a long time. Like my headaches are not as bad, even though I'm headachy today. Like, I had a lot of problems last year. I actually had another operation the year before. Yeah, it's like an ongoing thing. I have health issues. So I ended up just getting in a bit of a kerfuffle, and I needed, like, things happened to my body and I needed an emergency operation, and that was the last time you guys seen me properly online. Honestly, I'm just gonna be real. So I was very ill for weeks. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't create content. We did a Disneyland Paris haul with all of the lovely gifts that my Disney fam had given me, and I had to do it in bed, and Matthew was like helping me do that video. It really got me thinking, like, I don't get sick pay. I work for myself. I need to get better, because I had gotten to a point with being an influencer where it was my full-time income. It was very successful, it was very good. But if you're not working, you're not making any money. So, like, I wasn't always doing ads and things. I always, like, the amount of work that I put out there as ads was only a very small percentage of the work that I got offered. I was very picky. I would only ever promote stuff that I believed in. I wasn't one of the big influencers, so I wasn't making like hundreds of thousands of pounds, but I was making enough to get by. And yeah, I was still in a really good position that I could be super picky with my work. And when I got ill, I had to turn all the work down. I was like, I can't even get out of bed. And suddenly it got very real. It was like, how do I pay my bills? And it was just like, is this feasible at my level to be doing this full time? Like, if I get ill, which I do get ill. And it just got me thinking. I mean, honestly, there was a lot of other factors going on. There was a lot going on that I don't even want to talk about. I mean, I think I've touched on it, but like the community at the time, it's changed a lot from what I can see, kind of, in 2 years. Like, the community online is a very negative place, I was finding within, and again, I'm not going to go into it. I don't want to be part of this sort of thing anymore, so I'm not mentioning names, can't be bothered with it, I'm over it. But the Disney community especially, I found a very negative place. Not you guys, like, just the events and things, I've talked about it before. It was just very stressful, and it was just like, there was a lot going on with that, and just a lot of things in my life. And it was like, maybe I should look into work. Like, I don't really want to do any of the work that I've done before. I want to do social media. I love social media. I absolutely love it. I love working out the algorithms. I love creating content. I love it. I just got thinking, like, could I do this full time for a company? So I had a little look online, and like, I was in the northeast of England, so realistically, if you want to work for, like, if you want to work in social media, I was like, right, I have no formal training, so I need to prove to them that I know what I'm doing from what I've done with my own social media over the last few years. And I wanted to work for a brand that I love. I don't want to work for, and again, if this is your thing, great. I know people that work in this sort of work, but if you want to work for like marketing agencies who work with a lot of different brands, you know, there's loads of different ways you can go about it, but it's like, I wanted to work on one brand that I loved and just be part of it. Realistically, in the northeast, most of the big mainstream brands, so I really love, I'm sure you can tell from my social media, fashion and pop culture. They're like my things, you know, like I love Disney, I love Marvel, I love Star Wars, but I love my fashion. I love my Dior, I love my River Island, high street and designer. Like, you know, there's a mix going on. That's what I like. Now, a lot of these brands are in Manchester or London. So I was like, right, Manchester's a little bit closer. let's have a look and see if anybody's looking for a social media executive that I could apply for, and let's see if anybody would interview me. So I made up my CV. I applied for one job and 9 days later I got it. It was fast. It was like, whoa. So that happened like the 3rd week of January, and I had the operation at the beginning of December. And the thing is as well, in that January time slot, those 3 weeks, I really came up with a new strategy for social media. I was starting to feel better, but I was like, let's just also apply for jobs and see what we can get. I applied for one job. There was only one brand that looked like they were looking for someone that I really wanted to work for. Now, I don't mind talking about it now because obviously I did a big announcement video and I was like, I'm working for a brand, I'm moving to Manchester. This was before COVID. I'm going to get into it all. Again, this is a really long-winded story time, but I hopefully this is still interesting. And it feels weird to talk about myself this much, but there has been a lot of requests for this video, so I'm just going to keep going with it. But yeah, so I applied to work for Zavvi and I got the job, and for the last 2 years I have been working with Zavvi. Now, I don't mind talking about it now. At the time I said I wasn't going to announce it. I actually don't work for Zavvi anymore. That just happened, and I actually start my new job on Monday, and it's Thursday. What day is it? So it's Wednesday. What? It's Thursday. It's Wednesday the 30th of March, and I start my new job on Monday. I'm going to get into that in a bit. Nothing bad or anything, honestly, it's just time. Like, it's been 2 years. Like, I'll explain it all. I'll get into that after the footage. So yes, I applied for a job. I interviewed. I was a brand ambassador for them, but I interviewed like everybody else. I didn't get no like special favors or anything. I interviewed for that job. It was a 4-hour drive to the interview. It was a 3-hour interview, and I had to prepare a very big presentation and give it to 3 different sets of people. It was 3 1-hour interviews and then a 4-hour drive home. Man. But I got it. I was like, wow, this is meant to be the universe. Like, what's going on? Is this why I missed that trip with my fam? Because when I missed that trip with my Disney fam, it killed me. It killed me. Up to this point, everything I had been manifesting had been happening, and I had manifested doing another Disney fam trip, and the fact that I didn't get to go on it killed me. And it was like, well, maybe I didn't go on it because it got me thinking about what I need to do, and it got me thinking about jobs, and I applied for a job and I got it, and it was barely just over a month later, and it was like, okay, it's setting me down this path. Suddenly I'm moving to Manchester and I've got a job like in social media for a brand that I love. What the heck is going on? It was very fast and it was amazing. It was scary. I was still recovering from my surgery. I was like, how am I even going to like sit in the office? This is before COVID, so it was full time, 5 days in the office. I was freaking out, but I had a month to pack up my life and get out of there. It got complicated, and I'm going to try and quickly explain it now, but basically I needed to be in Manchester in 4 weeks after I found out that I got the job. Matthew's job was still in the northeast. My parents live in York, and my little sister and my older sister both live in Manchester, or they did at the time. Things have changed. And my little sister lived in the city centre, but my little sister lived with her girlfriend and her friend, so they were already, there was too many of them in that flat. But she was getting a new flat with her girlfriend, and it was going to be a 2-bedroom flat, and they said that I could have the spare room, but they weren't going to be in that flat until 2 weeks after I started my new job. So I packed up my house. I went to my parents' house for a week. I had about a week before I needed to start my job. So I think I started on the 9th of March and I had to be out by the end of February. So I had a week. I lived at my parents' house. Then I went to Manchester and I lived in a hotel for a week. And then I moved into my little sister's flat. It depends on when the lockdown dates were, but I either lived in my little sister's flat for a week and a day, or just a few days, and then we went into lockdown. It wasn't lockdown yet, but they announced we were going to work from home because of this whole COVID thing. At the time, I hadn't even heard of COVID. I was living in my little bubble. You know, I worked from home. I'd been packing up my house. I was like, what is this COVID malarkey? No idea. When we were working from home, my little sister also had to work from home, and because it was a new flat, there was no internet. So her and her girlfriend packed up and went to another house in Liverpool, because they needed the internet to work from home. Now, I thought we'll just be working from home for a few days and then we'll be back at the office. This was before lockdown. So I was booming the internet to my laptop from my phone and it was fine. But then when Boris announced lockdown, I was like, right, I can't stay here. I was actually really ill. So the week that I was at my parents' house, I was trying to get seen for an operation, the same that I'd had in the December. It had happened again. I was just very stressed. You'll see from the footage I was getting a lot of headaches, and nobody in the York hospital because of COVID, hang on a second, let me just press record again. There we go. So nobody in the York hospital would see me for the operation because of COVID. At the time, I guess I didn't realise how serious COVID was, but also it's been said since that, you know, things were really neglected because of COVID. It's like, it wasn't the only problem going on, and a few months earlier, I had had like an emergency operation because of this problem. So I was very upset and very stressed. And I was in work with the issue. I was very ill, I was trying to hide it. It was a very stressful time. And then I went to Manchester and nobody would see me either. They just kept giving me antibiotics and sending me away. And then when Boris announced lockdown, it was like, right, I'm really ill. I'm in this city on my own. My little sister's not here. I don't have any internet. I thought lockdown was going to be about 3 weeks. I think that's what he said originally. I was like, my internet on my phone won't last 3 weeks, booming it to my laptop, working every day. So I told my boss, I was like, from the next 3 weeks working from home, I will go back to the northeast. So Matthew had moved in with his parents. So Matthew drove through the night when Boris announced lockdown and came and got me, and we went back to Matthew's parents' house. I must have got there at 3 in the morning. Next morning was like, morning, I guess I live here now for the next few weeks. Because Matthew's parents were in bed and when I got in. So I thought I was going to be there for 3 weeks, and I lived at Matthew's parents' house because of COVID for a year, with a short space back in Manchester between lockdown 1 and lockdown 2. I went back to my little sister's flat for a couple of weeks, and I was in the office 1 day a week. And then when lockdown 2 happened, I went back to Matthew's parents' house. I was there for lockdown 3. And then when the restrictions started lifting in February 21, needed to be back in the office because restrictions were lifting. So I went to my parents' house in York because my little sister only had a flat for a year, and she'd paid for that flat for a year and didn't live there. So she was like, I'm not renewing the rent. So she stayed where she was with our girlfriend in another house in Liverpool. And I went to my parents' house and I shuttled back and forth to Manchester for work 1 or 2 days a week from the February-ish, just depending on when they wanted me in, until the October. And then in the winter, COVID got a little bit funny again last year. So I went back to Matthew's parents' house in the October till the December, and then on the 20th of December last year, so 21, it's now 22, I moved into this flat. Now that is a very broken down version, like bare basic version of the goings on between that time. It was horrible. A lot went on that I'm not going to talk about. It was the worst 2 years of my life, or however long it's been, for many reasons that I don't want to talk about, but like some things I don't mind talking about. Like for instance, in July last year, me and Matthew were buying, like we put in an offer to buy somewhere, or was it the June, and then that landlord, that owner of that flat lied to us and we had to pull out. And then we put offering on another apartment in the same block, and that went on from like July or August. The sale was going through until December 21, and then that fell through because the solicitor, wow, what an incompetent solicitor they were, that's all I'll say. It was to do with ground rent doubling, they didn't pick up on it. I won't even go into it, it was very stressful, but we had to pull out with that one as well, and that wasted like 6 months. And at this point, Matthew had a job in Manchester and it was starting in January 22. So 3 months ago, and it was the beginning of December and we just lost another sale. It was like we have to go back to renting, and you know, we'd saved up the deposit money and we were trying to buy somewhere. And if you live in Manchester renting, or London, or like a big city, you know how crazy the competition is to try and rent a flat. So that kind of broke me a little bit when we lost that. I mean, I was already broken. Something huge happened that I'm not going to talk about last February, and that broke me physically, mentally, emotionally. It killed me. It was not good. It was like one of the worst, it was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm still processing it. Just like when I thought things were picking up and then we lost the second sale that we'd wasted like 6 months on, it was just like, at the time, again, another whole manifesting thing. I didn't understand, why did these bad things keep happening? Now I get it, because I get why it fell through, because we actually managed to get the apartment that I'm in now, and this apartment for so many reasons is so much better than that one that we were buying, which ironically, I can see the flat. Hello to the people that now live there. I can see the flat that we were buying. It's right there. I feel like we ended up wasting that time on it so that we got this flat. This flat became available a few days after the sale went through. So many things happened and so many bad things have happened, but after time, things are becoming evident on why the bad things happened, and I feel like I'm at a point now where hopefully it's all up from here. So that's the time frame of everything that went on. The first year on my Instagram, I was still a little bit active. I was still on stories. I was, for many reasons, which again I'll go into, well, I'll just go into it now. Like, I've been so busy and so many bad things have happened. I didn't have time to be able to keep up with my own social media, but also I needed a break for so many reasons, for my health, to just get settled in my career, for a lot of bad things that just kept happening in the community that I was sick of. For that first year, I was still kind of active, especially on Instagram, but not very. But then last February was when I stopped uploading completely for a year. And that was when the really bad thing happened, and I just couldn't mentally, I was broken. I couldn't upload on social media. I decided to start uploading again in January on my Instagram, and more so the last few weeks I picked up TikTok. There's never going to be a perfect time for me to upload again, but now that I'm here in Manchester and I'm getting settled, I want to get into a routine. I want to get myself mentally back to health and creating content and talking to you guys and doing this with you guys, and I love you guys so much and you guys are so great. Just needs to be a part of my life again. Going forward from this point is just like a whole new era. It's like, it just feels right. It's like, I feel like now is the time to choose Volvo. Sorry, I can't say now is the time without saying that. I start my new job on Monday and just get into a routine of being in my new job and creating content for you guys on my own platform and getting settled in my new home, like with Matthew, and building a life for us here, and he's in his new job, and it just felt right. And I kept putting it off, and I was like, it's not how I want it to be. Like, the flat is part furnished, so I don't like the furniture, so I don't like what the backgrounds are going to look like and stuff, and it's like, I can't keep making excuses. I'm just gonna have to make it work. Just gonna have to see what I can do. It is kind of stressful in my head because I know how social media works, and I know like you need to build like vibes, and the flat is it's just like a whole thing. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna upload. I'm just gonna start uploading again. That's where I am now. But let me show you the footage and then we'll come back and talk about like my new job and going forward. So here's the footage of a few days after finding out that I had the job at Zabby. Roll the footage. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This feels really weird because I haven't vlogged since the beginning of December, and it's now the 3rd of February. So at this point in time, I haven't announced on my channel what's going on, but by the time you watch this moving vlog, then it will all be clear, I hope. I have got a job and I'm moving to Manchester. Super exciting, super scary. This is the moving vlog, so this is right from the beginning all the way to moving into our place, which honestly is probably going to be going on like June kind of time. Strap yourself in, girl. You are in for the worst 2 years of your life. And it's only February because it's going to take a while, because Matthew still doesn't have a job in Manchester at the minute. So I'm going to be moving down there first because I have to start my job. We are getting rid of our house here. Matthew is going to be moving in with his parents until he gets a job in Manchester and can follow me down. He has to work like a 2-month notice as well. It's all scary. It's all like, I don't know. But hopefully you watched my announcement video explaining everything. But yeah, I'm moving to Manchester for a job. So I wanted to document it all. I wanted to document packing up an entire house, where I'm going to be living once I get down there, and then looking for a new place. But yeah, this is going to be a long in the making vlog. I have approximately 1 month to pack up an entire house pretty much on my own. Matthew can help me on weekends, but Matthew obviously still has his full-time job. I'm going to start off downstairs. So it is Tuesday the 4th of February. I have today and tomorrow to get the house to a point because there is a, oh, what would you call them, like a realtor, or is that like in the American term? An estate agent is coming out to value the house, and now that me and Matthew are moving out, they don't want to rent this house out to anybody else. They want to sell it and get rid of it, which is totally understandable. Regardless of whether it sells or not, me and Matthew are still going to move out because I have to be in Manchester in like 4 weeks time to start my job. So today I thought I would kind of tidy to the best that I can ability and start packing downstairs and cleaning for the guy to come and you know, value the house on Thursday. So I've got 2 days, and then tomorrow I'm going to do the same with upstairs, clean, and start kind of just getting it tidy. I will then start completely packing the house away. You'll know that it has to be pretty much empty to get good photos. You know, the emptier it is, the better it is to sell, because then people can just look at it and imagine themselves living there rather than seeing other people's furniture. And my furniture is not exactly subtle. So yeah, they're just going to come and value the house, and this has all been so quick. Like, if you watch my announcement video, you'll know how quick it was from me applying to getting the job. It was like the space of like 9 days or something. So yeah, this is like quick. I have some lunch in the oven, and what I thought we would do was start with the sitting room. I am pretty much getting rid of probably 80% of my stuff. I could go into a big explanation, but I'm not over collecting stuff, but I have very much gotten it out of my system. It's not that I don't want to still collect the odd thing, but I definitely kind of got the collecting thing out my system, and my house is a lot better than it was. You guys know, if you watch my weekly vlogs, that I regularly gut my house out. But when we move, I literally want to get rid of probably 80% of my stuff. Collection, you know, clothes, like everything. Like, I want to get rid of a lot, and I kind of want a new style of living, clutter free, quite minimalist. Let's start guttering out this house and taking pictures of a lot of stuff that I'm going to stick on my Depop and my eBay and start selling stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is pull down my curtain, my tinsel wall. Let's do this. As you can see, I currently have Buffy on. I'm kind of just having it on in the background. It was my 30th birthday the other day, and there's a lot of cards and flowers going on and stuff, but yeah. So you see what I mean about the furniture. Like, I have a lot of hand-painted furniture, handmade curtains. So yeah, I also moved my makeup desk down here at the beginning of the year and started doing weekly makeup tutorials and hair tutorials, and really had like a full-on plan for social media. And then I got a job, so yeah, my plans for social media have completely changed, but again, I've already spoke about that, hopefully, in my announcement video. Right, I'm gonna stick Buffy on and pull down this curtain rail. Basically, I have these sticky Mickey things all over my walls in the kitchen, so I'm gonna peel them off now. Oh god, they're not peeling as easily as I thought they were supposed to. Yay! Not a scratch. This is gonna take a while. We are all over the kitchen. And that one came off easier. Oh. Yes. So hey guys, it's the next day. You might struggle to hear me because 1, I have the kettle on, and 2, I actually have someone cutting all of the hedges outside the front of the house and painting the front door. So I didn't really get back to you yesterday. It's a lot of just kind of getting on with stuff. It's kind of an in-between place right now that I can't fully pack everything away because I'm waiting on bubble wrap arriving to pack up like ornaments and stuff. I've now moved upstairs because they're painting the front door. So I can't remember what I was talking to you about. I've moved upstairs and now I'm gonna go through my clothes. Getting the hedges done, and the front door has been painted and will hopefully be dry before this evening so I can shut it and it's not going to be cold. The guy who came and cut the hedges and painted the door has just gone. The door has to be left open a little bit for the rest of the day, so it's going to be pretty cold, but it's okay. I'm upstairs anyway. It's chilly downstairs though, but it's alright upstairs, so at least that's done for the photos tomorrow. My acne is terrible. This is what stress and eating lots of crap after surgery does to you. Anyway, so I've just gone through a load of my clothes and half of my wardrobe and took pictures to put up on my Depop tonight. And don't worry, my local charity shop's really good. They do the whole gift aid thing, and if it doesn't sell after a couple of weeks of being at that charity shop, there's a ring of them and they circulate the stock until it sells around like 5 other charity shops or something around the area, so it's pretty good. I've just took down all the posters in the spare room. I'm about to take down all of these, that, take down those, I'm gonna have to take down that. Just for the valuation, it's better that the house is as empty as possible. So I am currently taking down my Mickey memories. I am not getting rid of my Mickey memories before anybody says. You will not find mine anywhere for sale. Sorry, but I'm keeping them. I've just took down October and dusted him first. He kind of fell down because I went to take down this Harry Potter thing, which is pretty broken anyway. You can see some of them are like hanging off and stuff, so that will probably just go in the bin. It has served its purpose. Like I said, I want to get rid of a lot of clutter. So, but I am keeping the Mickey memories. They're just an absolute favourite of mine. So I've got a big box for them. I've got my duster to dust them. I'm not getting rid of my big Mickey and Minnie either. They're going to go in the back of my car like they were supposed to, like sitting in the passenger seats, because I think that's really cute. I do have a massive ear collection, so I'm going to have to get rid of at least half of my ears. But I'm going to pack them away for now, and then I'm going to move on to tidying the bathroom. So there is no good angle to put yours at to film me getting down the Mickey memories. Like the box is there, the Mickey memories are up there. So I'll probably just show you when I'm done. Let's get on with it. So these will go on my Depop as a set, if anybody is interested. Of course, by the time you guys watch this, probably will already be sold. The amount of people messaging me who think I'm pregnant is ridiculous. If you knew me, you would know how ridiculous that is. No offense to people that want kids, but I don't, and I'm not afraid to say it. Hey guys, it's been a few days since I checked in with you. Me and Matthew did move some furniture out of the house at the weekend. If you've been watching me a while, you might have known that there were drawers here. So we took these drawers to the tip at the weekend. You might be able to tell that a lot of my Disney collection has gone from these shelves. So I don't know if that looks any more empty to you guys, but I don't know if I showed you it before I started listing things, but yeah, this was all in front. There was a back section and then a front section. Half of it is gone. You can see that half of these are pretty much empty now. I am keeping all my irregular choice though, so they're not for sale. She is not for sale. My movie posters, I'm gonna get rid of the My Little Pony and the Finding Dory ones, but honestly I'm struggling to know how to sell them. So they've come down. They were on the wall out there. Probably doesn't look very empty at all, but I have actually sold 2/3 of my coats. Yesterday I took 30 packages to the post office. The day before, no, what day is it? So it's Wednesday. Yeah, the day before that I took another 30. Friday I took another 30. Like, I am just selling everything. There is just not enough room, and like I said, I'm in a different mind frame. I'm kind of over collecting and stuff. So I just really want to be a bit more minimalist and spend my money on holidays and making memories with Matthew. So I think I've got 40 packages today. Obviously it's got people's addresses on those, so that's kind of why it's hard to show you, but let me try and give you a quick little idea of what's going on. That's what's taking the longest, selling my stuff, you know. That is the first bag of stuff. So I'll go like that so that you can't see addresses, but you should have an idea of how many more packages. So that's the rest of them there. Then I've just got stuff hanging everywhere that's for sale that hasn't sold yet. Obviously I'm keeping my lights. I think I've showed you this room since I emptied it, but all of the pictures have come down. They're still up there because they're coming with me, so I'm just going to leave them until I can pack them away. But yeah, all the Mickeys are down, all my ears are down. My ponies are gone off the shelf. I haven't sold the ponies. I've given them to my older sister to give to my nephew. My posters that were at the bottom of the stairs are gone as well. They were framed and stuff. That's my Pokemon cards that I found in the garage the other day, so I don't know, I'm going to stick them on Depop or something, but yeah, that's what I'm up to at the minute. There's still so much more to do. There's 2 more weeks, but I'm going to stop blabbing and get to the post office, so wish me luck. Hey everyone, it's the next day. The guy is here to put the sale sign up in the front grass. So, momentous occasion, thought I'd record it. There he is, putting up my little sale sign. Just like that. I am not sure when the last time I spoke to you was. It might have been 2 days ago. It might have been yesterday. I don't know. I think I'm on day 6 of like headaches now. It's getting annoying. I need my migraine tablets from the doctor. To put it in perspective, it's Thursday and I've had migraines since, like headaches and migraines on and off since last Friday. And I ordered my migraine tablets last Friday and they'd forgotten to do them. So my migraine tablets only just got done yesterday, but I forgot to change the prescription delivery address to my house instead of my nana's, and they've sent my tablets to my nana's. So I'm on day 6 of migraines without tablets, so not great, but never mind. Me and Matthew got a load of boxes from local stores. I don't know if I said that already. So we got a load from Iceland and we got a load from Home Bargains. We kind of need some more though. Matthew's made, it's an absolute tip in here because there's stuff everywhere. But if you see the pile of boxes over there, Matthew made a load up for me last night so I can just start putting things that I'm keeping into the boxes. I did order 2 boxes specially for things. So I've ordered a wardrobe box which comes with a rail in it and you can hang up to 20 long garments in it. I have quite an extensive suit and coat collection that I don't want to be put into storage for like months and get creased and ugh. So I've ordered a special wardrobe box for my coats and suits. Although I will be taking them with me, I'm tempted to just take this box with me with the coats in that I'm going to use. And then I've ordered a cup box because obviously the cups I am keeping, I don't want to get damaged. And I don't know if I already mentioned, but I'm going to live with my sister for a little while and then move into a place where Matthew follows me down. So I can't exactly take all my cups to my little sisters, so they're going into storage. And I need them to be safe because they are like my Mickey memories and stuff. And then let's get on with cups and shoes today. Okay, you're probably all at home laughing because it's probably really obvious, but I'm confused. So I sellotaped up the bottom. Please just ignore the mess, there's just stuff everywhere. I sellotaped up the bottom and all the ones online just have one door across. But you know, it's 2 little door things. It's not like the worst. I guess I'll just sellotape it closed. So that's that. And then the other thing is, I've managed to put the rail in, but it has no roof. It just has these, so there is no roof. And all the ones I've looked at online have like a roof to flap over. Now it came with all of these, but none of them fit. And then I thought this was the roof. It came with this. I thought this was the roof, but it's too big. So I'm really confused, but I'm just going to start putting things in. Also, it's not that thick, considering I'm going to put some big bad boy coats in here. So that's going to be interesting. I have 4 coats here, and these are heavy. So it'll be interesting to see if this can actually hold that many coats. So I've got the first 4 coats in there. It's meant to hold 20 garments, and I honestly feel like that means like thinner dresses and things. So this is my box of trainers. I did wear these ones to Disneyland Paris back in June last year, and obviously I bought a pink pair and then a blue pair, well like a greeny pair. Ended up with 2 pairs, but that pair is now all dirty and blech. So I'm just gonna keep the new pair and take them to Disney World. These are all like my Disney trainers from like Primark. This is my box of boots, so that is a big pair of thigh-high boots in a cover because they were expensive. My thigh-high Converse, which no I don't wear very much, but I absolutely adore them and refuse to get rid of them, and I'm hoping to do some festivals this year, so I will take them with me. My 2 thigh-high black boots, heeled and flats, that I wear quite often, and a box of heels. I have these lace-up ones in nude and black. They're just classic, love them. These 2 are my most worn heels. They're just the most comfortable, rose gold pair and a black pair. The only other shoes I've got are these Aldo ones, which just need a box because I don't want to put them in here in case they get like ruined and stuff. Kind of what's going on with my shoe collection, so I'm going to seal up these boxes and move on to cups in a minute. What are you doing, darling? This is the moving vlog, by the way. Did I tell you I started a moving vlog? No. Oh, yeah, I've been doing a moving vlog since I got the job. Yeah. Did you not know? No. Look at the absolute state. We're in the middle of moving, it's okay to look like this, I feel. Anyway, tell them what you're doing. Burning.
Important documents.
Important documents that are too important to bin.
Yeah.
So that nobody can get our bank details. Morning everybody, it is the next day. I have woke up with a headache and it's really, really sore. It's like, I had 7 days of headaches, 2 days of no headaches. Was it 2 days? And I'm back on headaches, so I don't know what's wrong with my head at the minute. I don't know if I explained to you guys the other day that me and Matthew were going to be getting a storage unit in Manchester. We've now decided that it'll just be a lot easier if we get one in like where we live and then move it down later. and we were going to start putting stuff in the storage unit either tonight or tomorrow, but we've woke up to this. Oh, there we go. Matthew left for work 10 minutes ago and that's where his car was parked. It is heavy, heavy snow. Time to get rid of the bed, darling. Because we're going to get a bigger one. Because you're a bed hog. You pretty flowers that makes it a princess bed. The sofa is going. Oh, I'm out of breath. We are literally moving out today and we've got so much to do, so I'm sorry if I don't talk too much, but that's Matthew's brother. Come for the sofa. Oh, it won't fit. It just won't fit. So it is the last day that we are in this house. It's the 1st of March. Sorry, the camera's really bright. Yeah, so it's the 1st of March and we are officially out of the house today. So I just thought I would do a quick little tour while the house is empty. So I'm actually upstairs, so we're going to start upstairs. Never mind, turn around. So this was like the hallway where I had like movie posters here and here, but they've gone. This was the room where I did my recording and like the computer was here and stuff. And the shelves still need took down, but Matthew's gonna have to come back during the week and do that. So this is where I used to sit and record my Disney videos, like my Disney hauls. Matthew's bathroom, cupboard. And this was our bedroom with my little balcony, but it's dark now so you can't see it. These were my double wardrobes that I filled to the brim. Just standard wardrobes really. And then this was my bathroom. So then downstairs, got the front door. That was another toilet. We had 3 toilets. And then there's still stuff in here. And there's a Matthew. Smile, darling. You're tired, aren't you? Yeah. This is the kitchen. Yeah, empty, empty. That's the last of my stuff for storing. And then all of this is going to charity. That is some stuff I need for a photo. Hilarious. And this is it, darling. It's time to leave. Downstairs cupboard there. Are you sad or are you happy?
I'm tired.
You're tired. We've done a lot today, haven't we? Right then, to York. So, I am not sure when the last time I spoke to you was with regards to this vlog. I was actually in a hotel for just about a week, and I was at my mum's for a week. Now my mum's is just kind of my mum's house, and I was just there for a week, so I didn't really record it. I had a lot to do that week. It was that week before work. I had so much to sort out, so yeah, I didn't really record anything. Like, it was my mum's house. It's not like my house or my room or anything like that. So I was just at my mum's house for a week. I've had my first week at work and I was in a hotel in my room at my little sister's flat for the past 2 nights now, so it's Sunday. So I've had my first week at work. I absolutely love my job. I am so happy. I am already so comfortable. I am completely settled in the role. I mean, yes, okay, it's only been a week, so I have a lot to kind of develop and get on with, and I'm implementing some changes and things, and by now you will maybe know who I'm working for. I'm not sure, but the announcement went out and everything, and I just want to say a massive thank you to all you guys. You were so amazing about it. Everybody was so lovely. It is literally, for me right now at this moment in time, it's kind of the start of the whole coronavirus thing, so it's kind of making it difficult anyway. I think this week I am in work, but then I think next week my work's actually making us work from home. It's going to be even more difficult for me and Matthew to see each other, you know, like because of travelling, because of it and stuff. And Matthew's role is changing at work. He's going to be more about the coronavirus. He works in a hospital, so which is going to make it even harder for him to follow me down. I am now in my little sister's flat, so I am not going to take you round her whole flat because that's not fair. She is my sister that doesn't like being on camera. My older sister is fine with it, but my little sister does not like it, so I'm going to respect that. So this is my little sister's new flat. She moved in like at the beginning of the week, Monday, it's now Sunday, and I'm having her spare room. I am giving her money towards it. I'm not living here for free, obviously, but she's really helped me out because it's cheaper than me moving in with like some someone else, like another professional, like 2-bedroom share, like 2-flat sharing thing, which is quite common I think in city centres, but my sister's like giving me a better price on this. Plus I'd rather live with my little sister than some randomer. And this is the room that they've given me. Some of the stuff in here is theirs, which I'm completely fine with because this is their flat. So you come in here, my bathroom is just out there on the left, my little sister's room's there, and then there's like sitting room, kitchen. So I bought this rail in IKEA yesterday and hung up all of my clothes that kind of need to be hung, and then that's just my work bag there. I've got shoes down there. I've got a little bin. That is kind of a bookcase of my sister's partner's stuff, so I'll just leave that. I bought this cool little washing basket in IKEA yesterday, so I need to do some more washing. I have like accumulated 2 weeks of washing while I've been living in hotels and things. Couple of shoes, my empty suitcases. This window is awesome, and that's my little sister's balcony. And it goes like right round the side of the flat, like it goes all the way around there. And there's like a love swing round there, like it's honestly my sister's flat is so cool, and it goes right around there. So I'll try not to show you the location too much because this is not my flat and that's not fair on my sister. But yeah, so suitcases are empty, there's just nowhere else to put them. I've got a little chair just because it kind of came in the room, but I'm going to be hopefully getting like a little set of drawers to put my underwear in. This is my bed. I haven't bought bedding yet. That's something I'm going to do when I get paid. So it was more just about unpacking yesterday. So I needed a rail and I needed like a washing basket and stuff. And I bought some nice white hangers. It's all white. So yeah, so living out with sleeping bags, but I'm honestly fine with that. Just kind of got a couple of things hanging here, and then I've got like scarves, gloves, electricals, t-shirts, trousers, jumpers, couple of yeah, just bags and things, and yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, I guess I'll speak to you guys in a few months, and yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to go and do some work now because I need to plan Disney World, and I've got some work tomorrow. But I hope you guys are all staying safe with the coronavirus. Probably not relevant by the time you watch this, but yeah, I'm going to get on with some work. Sure, Bridie. Well, it has been a while since I last spoke to you guys. I was just looking through my footage there, and I thought that I had a clip of when I left Manchester, but I can't find it. So anyway, by now you guys will know all about COVID and lockdown. I'm at Matthew's parents' house, but I wanted to get a little bit of footage and then maybe explain better during the week. Basically, I was in Manchester, as you've seen. I was at my little sister's flat for 2 weeks, and then lockdown was announced, and I have been living here since March, the very first day of lockdown when it was officially announced. And today is what is today? Today's the 15th of August. I've basically been living in one of the spare rooms at Matthew's parents' house, working from home, like working from here, and it's been good because it means I could live with Matthew. Like, I'll go into it all properly tomorrow or next time I get a chance, but basically I haven't recorded while I've been here because it's not my house. But I will just quickly show you this room, even though that's another thing, this room isn't really, it's not mine. So me and Matthew have been staying in this room, but the wardrobes are full of, this used to be sister's room, Matthew's sister's room, and then Matthew's brother's room. So like the wardrobes are full of Matthew's brother's clothes, the drawers are full of Matthew's brother's children's clothes, like there's loads of shoes back there that are Matthew's brother's. Like, I've basically just been living out of my suitcase. I mean, it's been really lovely. I'll explain better tomorrow, but it's been really lovely that Matthew's parents let me stay here. Yeah, this is an unexpected turn. I thought we might have our own place by now, and I've basically been told by work that I can go back to working in the office 1 day a week. So tomorrow I'm heading back to Manchester, so I just wanted to quickly update you a little bit with where I've been the last 5 months. But yeah, just quickly, I'm in the middle of packing, so this place is a mess. It's crazy how much one person can accumulate in 5 months. But so you've got, like, this is the bed, it's got some teddies and stuff on. The bed is made, it's just a mess because I'm packing. So we've got wardrobes over here. There's quite a lot of wardrobes actually. Don't know if it's going to focus. There we go. So this wardrobe has a few things in that are mine, like my pink coat there, and then all the wardrobes there, and all these wardrobes are Matthew's brother's things. And this is my side of the bed. Multivitamins, tissue for blowing my nose with all my headaches as per usual. This is a shoe rack full of Matthew's brother's shoes, so I've covered it because they smell. And that's a microphone for work. My computer was here, but I've just been using the table over here to film for work. I've got to finish packing tomorrow. I've got some errands to run, and then I'm going back to Manchester. Just a bit crazy. Anyway, right, I'm gonna go, and next time I speak to you I'll be back in Manchester, back in my little sister's flat, back in my little room, and I'll catch up with you guys properly then. I look back on that footage and I'm just like, my god girl, you have no idea what's about to happen to you, you poor little thing. Woo! Don't get emotional. I refuse to cry. It was very hard to edit that footage back. There was a lot going on. No, right, we're not doing this, Sarah. We're not getting upset about this anymore. There's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I don't want to talk about a lot of it because I haven't mentally processed it, but that is the only footage that I managed to get. And I apologise. I can't fill in all the gaps because I haven't filled in all the gaps. Let's quickly talk about going forward, what I'm doing now, where I'm at, and let's be positive. So I moved in here. I had like almost 2 weeks off over the Christmas period, and then it was January and I was in the office 2 or 3 times a week, and I love my job. I love Xavi, I do, but no job is perfect, and I was ready in many ways to take on a bigger challenge and to move forward with who I want to be and what I want in life. And unfortunately the opportunities just weren't available where I was career-wise, and I was just ready to move upwards on the career ladder. I love Xavi and I've put a lot into it, and the Xavi socials for a long time were my babies and just meant so much to me. I'm ready for a bigger challenge, and I started applying for jobs, but like I said, I only ever want to do the social media for a brand that I love, because if you don't love the social media, if you don't love the brand, then you can't possibly create the best content for the brand. You need to understand the brand, you need to be the brand, you need to be the customer. And it's like, if you're not that, if you're not loving the content that you're creating, then you're not doing the best you can for the brand. So I thought, if I move, it needs to be for exactly the right position, i.e. I need to start moving up and I need to go into a manager role. It needs to be for a brand that I love, because I love Xavi, I love Marvel and Star Wars and talking about all that sort of stuff. Like, it was a load of fun. I really want to work in fashion. I've always wanted to work in fashion, and Xavi's not fashion, it's pop culture. But you guys know I have 2 great loves. It's like pop culture, so like, you know, like Marvel and Star Wars and Disney and movies and all that sort of thing. But then my other great love is fashion. I love fashion, high street designer, you name it, I love it. And I've done the whole pop culture thing, so I was like, right, I've always wanted to work in fashion. I managed to get a job as a social media executive for a big brand, doing what I love every day. Can I now step up without formal training? I don't have a degree in this. Can I now step up and move into fashion? Like, I want to work in fashion. I've always wanted to work in fashion. I always wanted to do it at uni or college, but it was never really available. I moved around a lot. I went to a lot of schools, I went to a lot of colleges, I went to uni 3 times. Like, I am 32 years old and I only just feel like I am now getting where I want to be in life. Manifesting, see? I went through some horrible stuff, but I'm getting there. I applied for this job at this fashion brand as a manager of the social media. I was like, I am ready for this. I've got this, come on. Let's apply for this big fashion brand that works with a lot of designers. Can I step up and go straight to designer fashion? Can I do this? I interviewed and I got the job. Like, I'm the social media manager for a brand that is like luxury fashion, and I just can't believe it. Oh, now I'm gonna cry happy. I'm just gonna say it, like, if you are like me, which, sorry, I'm just tearing tissue. If you're like me and you just don't know what you're doing, or you want to work in a certain area and you just don't know how to get there, make a plan and just go for it. Like, it's took me a long time to get here in my life in so many ways. I refuse to cry. I'm wearing Valentino, for Christ's sake. I'm not wearing Valentino. Woo! But that's a hint. No, I'm totally kidding. There's been a lot of crap in my life, I'm just gonna say it, and there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot. God, I feel drained mentally already. I am nowhere near finished on this journey. That's like, I still am very mentally traumatized, clearly. I'm gonna get there. Things are looking up. I can't wait to start my new job. I've picked up my own influence in like social media stuff again, and I've already had so many great opportunities. Like, I had barely started uploading again and Pandora reached out to me. I was like, sorry, what? I should probably just point this out, by the way. I'm changing my hair tomorrow. I'm at the hairdresser's at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I had to like wash that pink out. If you've been watching my social media and you're like, you dyed your hair pink and there's a teeny bit there, like what's going on? So I'm changing my hair tomorrow. That's a whole other thing. Like, I am on like a journey with myself. Like, I'm straightening my teeth. I have had facials to try and help my acne. I've been getting laser hair removal to help with my polycystic ovary syndrome. If you have that, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is hair extensions. Like, this was something I could never afford before. Like, I have very fine hair. I struggle with my hair. Like, my hair was, for a long time on my social media, was like my thing. I used to dye it a lot. I looked after it as much as I could, but after the surgery, like, a lot of my hair fell out because of so many antibiotics, and it's been a whole journey. And I finally got it to a point now, I was like, I feel more like me when I've got long hair, so I had some hair extensions put in, but these are now ready for some new ones, and that's a whole thing. And it's just like, there's a lot going on. There's so much I haven't talked about. I'm healing, I'm getting there. My new boss messaged me earlier and she was like, next week when you start, like, I won't go into it too much, but she was like, we're going to be in the office Monday and Tuesday, and then she was like, and then on Wednesday and Thursday we're going to be going on location to a photo shoot. And I was just like, I don't even know what the brand is yet, but oh my god, I'm excited. I'm so excited to start my new job. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't believe that's my life. I can't wait. I just want to get going with life. I just want to start my new job. I just want to get settled in here with Matthew. We've just set up the desk. We've just set up the desk so I can start filming and editing again. I want to get into a routine. So I'll be uploading on my Instagram as usual a lot more than I do on my YouTube, just because YouTube is a bit more of a thing. Like, I have to sit down at the computer and stuff. But I'm going to try. I need to get myself into a new routine with this job, but this time I am more ready to get back to posting. I've had my break. Like, it will be very busy the first few months. I'm in such a different place mentally. Like, I'm more up for getting dressed up. I'm more up for going out. Like, I was just in such a rut before. Like, so many things have changed. Like, I feel like such a different person. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about the fact that I have a new intro. So I have a new intro, as you've just seen, and yeah, that intro was actually made a year and 4 months ago, a year and 5 months ago. So I just had to change the battery, so hopefully the angle hasn't changed too much. Hopefully the intro makes sense. There's a bit of princess in there. The first shot is me as a little princess. The second shot is me as a villain, because that is a big part of my aesthetic, and I love the Disney villains. More so than the princesses, I just love the villains. And then the last bit is just like me in one of my fashion outfits with a cup of tea, because that is a big part of who I want to be. But also I included some Slytherin in there, like with the snakes, like Harry Potter. Like, I'm not just Disney, but I'm not just like the magic, I want the fashion in there. So I made that last year, and then the bad thing happened. Honestly, like I said, I just fell out of love with a lot of things. I didn't know who I was. I honestly still feel like I'm going through an identity crisis sometimes. And I think people in general online struggle with that, because you have to create an aesthetic online and you really have to home in on a niche. If you put too much out there, it gets a bit lost. But going forward, I need to do that. I can't just be Disney, I need to be who I am. So I have decided to use that intro. I wasn't going to. I didn't feel like it was very me, especially last year. But then going forward, I'm like, no, you know what it is? I still want the Disney in there, and I still want the fashion in there. But I will be honest, I don't think I'm going to use that intro for very long. I do think it's still a little too Disney magic orientated. I do want to be a little more fashionable and I feel like I am now. When I say fashion, I just mean more about style and clothing and less about just always picking up the Disney jumper option. Again, I don't want to offend anyone because I still love all that. It's just I can't dress like that all the time anymore. Like, so I do love the intro. It is a little long, and I had end cards made up, so you'll see them at the end, the little outro. I had like a YouTube banner made up. I had it all made up. I spent a lot of time with a designer getting it all made up, and it cost me quite a bit of money. I was going to do like a whole comeback, so I'm still going to use it for a little while, but I am going to be, when I get the time, looking to make a new intro that's a little bit more me, and hopefully you guys see that as well. I will be back on here as regularly as I can. Thank you so much if you've made it to this point for listening. I hope this has answered people's questions. I hope this is interesting. I hope this isn't just me on the internet talking about myself for 2 hours and people are like, why does anyone care? I did have a lot of people requesting it. I think it makes a lot of sense to do. I was on here like every week, every day. It was my job, and yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me. I hope your tea lasted that long. Mine is freezing cold. I'm going to make a fresh one. I hope that we can all go forward with this journey, and I'm going to stop blabbering, right? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Let me put the light back on.
I'm still alive.
He's still around. In Manchester with me.
I look awful.
Oh, come and tell people that how you feel about Manchester.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, it's lovely all this is.
It's how lovely this is. It's very nice.
Do you like living here?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you like the flat?
The flat's awesome. Big. It's too big.
It's
Maybe.
not too big.
Maybe too big.
We've got a big balcony, don't we? And we just bought some flowers for it.
I haven't even been on the balcony yet. It's so big.
We got a good flat. We did good. I was explaining how we can literally see the flat we were trying to buy.
Did you? Yeah. It's right there.
It's there. But I was explaining that a lot of bad things happened, but eventually we see the good in it, because now we have this flat, and this flat's so much better.
Happened for a reason.
There's a lot of things I didn't talk about, but like, yeah.
Did you tell them that you watch The Builders every day?
I watch The Builders every day.
Have you not told them?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
there's a building there.
So there's builders all over it.
There's builders there every day. I come and say morning to them every day.
And what happened yesterday?
Right, yesterday, it's a huge building. There was a crane lowering down a thing with 3 builders in, which they've never done before because there's lifts. And they were right there at the window. So I just got really excited and started waving at them, and they waved back.
They gave you a little wave back, didn't they, down?
I was sat in my dressing gown drinking my morning cup of tea, and the builders just went past, and I just thought it was hilarious.
I've never seen you so excited.
I was so excited. Matthew always gets in at the same time, don't you? Yeah. So we're gonna have some, we always snack at 4 o'clock, don't we? 4 or 5 o'clock. We're gonna have, yes please. We're gonna have a cup of tea and cakes. Bye.